everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, then hi, my name is Lauren, and on my channel we mostly talk about anything luxury, but we also discuss lifestyle and beauty. So if you're interested in any of these topics, please consider subscribing to my channel, and we'll get started with the video. So in today's video, I'm going to be presenting you the reasons why I don't own an Hermès Constance. It has been pointed out to me several times that I don't have any Hermès bags, but more specifically that I don't have an Hermès Constance. So if you'd like to take a look at the current, roughly speaking, current state of my handbag collection for 2023, then I will go ahead and leave the link to the video in the little information link over here for you to see it. A lot of people have mentioned, why don't you have this bag? This would suit your style so well. So this video will cover that. So if you're curious to find out the reasons why, then please keep on watching. Alright, so first things first, I'm sure that you must be wondering why I'm actually holding the bag when the video is about why I don't actually have this bag. This is because that's actually not a real handbag. This is a replica. It's a replica from Shebag. It's a factory that I've collaborated with many times. Their quality is excellent, and it's a great way to find out whether a bag or an item in general works for you or not before either investing a lot of money in it or spending a lot of time chasing after it. Definitely the case for this one. So this is why I'm holding the bag currently. If you'd like to get this bag from Shebag or basically anything else from their factory, all of the relevant links will be included in the description box of the video down below for you. I would highly recommend it. The quality is there. They're very professional. So basically, I was actually offered a real bag, a real Hermès Constance by chance, without having any purchase history or like maybe $1,000 or something like that. So basically nothing. Thanks to my mom, quite frankly. And that's because by chance we walked into an Hermès store at the mall in King of Prussia. It's located in Pennsylvania near Philly. And so we were speaking French to each other, and this lady noticed us and she was like, "Oh, I love hearing French, it's so nice, my son lives in Paris, da 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 da." And then we like started talking, and one thing led to another. She showed us 3 different bags, and I turned all of them down. So one of the bags was the Hermès Constance in size 18, and it was in green and in crocodile and alligator. So definitely something that's very hard to get your hands on, but also something that's very, let's say, special and maybe a little extra. So looking at this bag, black with gold hardware would be one of the color combinations that I would be looking for. But now let's talk about the reasons why this precise bag did not work for me. The first one of them, really, and for me the most important one, is because of the strap. So this is supposed to be a crossbody bag, and if you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, you know by now that I am 5'11" or 180 centimeters, which is like super tall. So for me, crossbody bags that work for other people don't necessarily work for me. It's kind of something that I have to like try on in person. And what ended up happening was I looked at this bag basically everywhere on social media. I always saw these girls like carrying this bag crossbody, and I loved it. I loved the look of it. I was like obsessed with it. And then I got to the store and I tried it on, and for me it didn't work. So basically the bag was sitting like right below my boob, and it was just like not aesthetic at all. So this is why, quite frankly, I always recommend to buy a bag or at least try it on in person at the store instead of online. Obviously this bag is not available online, so that wasn't even a question. But for other bags, or basically for anything in general, I feel like it's so important. This was also one of the mistakes that I made when I first started my luxury bag collection. By the way, if you're interested in finding out a little bit more about all of the mistakes that I made when I started my luxury journey, then I will go ahead and leave the link to the video in the little information link over here for you to see it. But really, I feel like when you try it on in person, it's completely different. This is what happened for this bag. And so basically it had just lost its appeal because I had pictured the bag to be a crossbody bag. I had, you know, pictured like a bunch of different outfits that I was going to wear it with. And then as soon as I noticed that the crossbody option wasn't going to be an option for me, then I was instantly turned off. My next reason has to do with the H buckle. So to be honest, I find it quite tacky. And this is something that, again, I noticed perhaps a little bit less on social media. But as soon as I tried on the bag in person, the buckle was the only thing that I could see on the bag. I feel like it's not proportionate to the bag. So for a bag that's like, this is definitely like less than 20 centimeters because I can't fully extend my fingers. That buckle is like a quarter of the bag at the very least, and it's a little big, tacky, in your face. It really seems to scream at you, and that's not really my aesthetic. Especially lately, you know, with this ongoing battle of quiet versus loud luxury, of like old money aesthetic, all of that stuff. This is really like screaming in your face, I have an Hermès bag, and so that's not really the vibe that I'm going for. So that's also one of the reasons why I decided not to get this bag. Additionally, the problem of having such a large buckle is that it's very prone to scratches, obviously due to the surface, the large surface of the buckle, but then also to the material. So right here, it still has the protective plastic wrap, but as soon as you like peel it off, which for a real bag, of course you're gonna peel it off, then the risks of scratches are like huge. And then for me, I know myself, I would be the type of person, if you have invested this much money into a handbag, then this would be like the bag that I would reach for like once every blue moon. And at that point, for me to have that much money sitting on my shelf, it's not really worth it. So out of fear of scratches and for the tackiness of the buckle, I decided to let go of this idea. My next reason why I didn't get this handbag has to do with the particular wear and tear. And here for me, I feel like the problem is the strap once again. So the strap appears to feature some glazing as it like runs through the metal bits, so right here and then right here. And obviously when you drop that much money into a purse, you need the quality to be perfect and you need minimal wear and tear. And this isn't exactly what I would call minimal wear and tear. I would say that the buckle thing with the scratches and then the glazing on the strap would be like a little iffy, especially for that price. Another thing in terms of the strap is that it cannot be removed. And I don't know about you, but I feel like this bag would be the particular like clutch. I know Hermès has a clutch, but instead of buying like a second bag, then I would have loved for this bag to have the strap that would be removable and then you could use it as like a clutch. I feel like it would be so cute. But unfortunately, the strap is not removable, also not adjustable. So it's kind of annoying for storage. Like right now I'm holding it, it's kind of like wrapped up around my hand. It's not really practical and it's not super aesthetic. And it would have been a lot more versatile if the strap was able to come off. The next reason why I didn't buy this particular handbag has to do with the material of the strap. So here the strap is the same leather as the handbag. And when I look at my designer bag collection, when I look at the handbags that are crossbody, that have straps on them, to be quite honest with you, I can't think of a single one that has a strap that's not like metal or some sort of like stainless steel or whatnot. Like I don't have a single bag that has a leather strap, and I feel like that's due to a specific reason. It's because leather obviously tends to have a lot more wear and tear than metal. So for example, if you look at a classic flap from Chanel, the strap or like the chain is like a metal chain and it's very resistant. So that makes me a little bit more confident about wearing my item. Here, when I read reviews of this particular purse, I hear a lot of people mentioning that the strap starts to be a little bit fuzzy around like the stitching because of like heavy wear and tear of putting the bag on, taking it off, because of the strap like rubbing your coat or your clothes or whatever. So for me, that would also be a huge no-no, especially after dropping that much money on a purse. And the last reason why I didn't buy this bag is because of the versatility and overall the functionality of this handbag. So if I take a look at this handbag, because it's a crossbody bag, it seems to me at least that it's more of a day bag than an evening bag. I would prefer to take another purse for an evening, especially to go out to eat, but it seems like a perfect bag for a day. But here's the thing, like if you are spending that much money for a day bag, first of all, that makes me a little uncomfortable. I don't think that I can justify having a day bag that's that much money, specifically because when you think about how you use a day bag, you put it down, you take it on and off, you're like adding a bunch of stuff inside, and so the wear and tear is going to be a lot more than an evening bag that you take out occasionally. So that would be the first problem. And then the next thing is, because it's a day bag, in my mind I need a little bit more room than an evening bag, because I would carry like a small face sunscreen, you know, like a lipstick, maybe like hand sanitizer, sunglasses, like all of that stuff that you don't necessarily need for an evening. But this bag is pretty small. I know a lot of people say that it's roomier than they thought, but when I look at it, this is an exact replica. It's like a mirror quality replica. It doesn't hold that much. So for me, the functionality of the bag isn't there. It's a bag for a day, but I can't use it because of how small it is. It really doesn't fit enough. I know that now the trend is more towards smaller bags, but I'm the type of person that needs like advanced planning for basically anything. Otherwise, I need to bring half of my house. Especially for like a day out and about in the city, I love carrying like, you know, maybe like a small water bottle or something like that. And so this bag really isn't convenient for me. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. By the way, it's not because this bag did not work for me or because I chose not to get this bag or not to add it to my bag collection that it won't work for you. There's a lot of people for who this handbag would be ideal, specifically if you're shorter, if you're on the shorter side, if you don't mind kind of carrying only the bare necessities, if you care a little bit less than me about wear and tear, if you have a little bit more money to spend than me, probably that would be fine. This bag is beautiful. I still find it gorgeous. Depending on your country, it is a quota bag, so it's obviously sought after, very desired, a very beautiful handbag. It's just simply at this stage, for me, I can't justify this bag. And by the way, I also did try on the 24, so the one size up, and the reason why I'm not getting that one, on top of all of the other reasons why I just didn't get the size 18, is because for me, size 24 is a little bit bulky. Even though I'm very, very tall, I'm very slim, and so the bag seems a little bulky when I hold it against myself. So just a heads up, I'm also decided not to get this bag. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.